What's up, y'all? It's Chess Brown, and guess what? I got a fragrance channel. Some of y'all who may know me from my acting page on IG and TikTok, where I do skits and funny videos and things like that. But I decided to do a separate page where I can take y'all on a journey with me to one of my other passions, which is fragrance and style. So stick with me while I give 6 niche fragrances that'll make amazing Valentine's Day gifts. So for the first fragrance that I bring to you, and this is no specific order, I give y'all Side Effect. So fellas, if you want your Valentine's Day date to put you on a plate of gravy and sop you up with a biscuit, this is the one that you want. So for Side Effect, man, I get a little bit of rum, tobacco, and for the dry down, you get a little bit of wood. I think it's sandalwood. And man, I mean, it's sweet, it's beautiful, it's aromatic. This is one that I would suggest wearing during the evening time as well as during the colder months. But again, this will make a great Valentine's Day gift, especially if you're going on date night and you want your lady to put you on a plate of gravy and sop you up with a biscuit. This is the one that I recommend. Inicio's Side Effect. All right, guys, so just keep in mind that these are niche fragrances that's probably gonna run about $200 and above. I will do a designer fragrance one for Valentine's Day as well, where the price range will be a little bit lower. Sticking in the same house of Initio, another one that I highly recommend, Paragon. Paragon is one of those scents that I always say I wear Side Effect at night during the colder months. Paragon, you can kind of rock this one during the daytime. Man, this one's woody, has a little bit of lavender, and also the note that's more prominent with this one is gonna be that note of plum. Plum is starting to become real popular with a lot of fragrances, and I'm becoming a fan of it. I didn't know I liked plum until I smelled Paragon. This one, fellas, will probably have her calling you Big Daddy. Well, she won't be calling you Big Daddy because that's my nickname, but she'll be calling you something.
Big Daddy, I need some help with the dishes.
I'll be right back, fellas. So the next niche fragrance that'll make a dope Valentine's Day gift, Gambit by Mind Games. Y'all, this one right here, it's a warm, spicy, aromatic scent, smells amazing. In the month of December, January, it's still kind of cold out here where I'm at. And I remember rocking this one. I put it on, and when I walked outside, there's something about that cold air when it mixed with this one. Man, it almost heightened it. It almost heightened it, you feel me? Gambit is a dope fragrance. You get a little bit of cloves, a little bit of lavender. You also, man, you get a little bit of patchouli. You get some patchouli and you get some sandalwood. And this one is, I feel like you could wear it in the summer, but I feel like it shines more so in the fall, winter, somewhere around that time where the weather's a little bit more cooler. I'll give y'all Gambit. The bottle's dope too, man. You can see it got the little magnetic cap or whatever. Mind Games, Gambit. All right, so my fourth pick, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it might be my favorite out of the list that I'm doing today. It's definitely niche, and you only get a 50 ml, and you're gonna pay a nice price for a bottle this big, but it's none other than Clive Christian, Town and Country. I wore this in front of my wife and she was like, "Ooh, you smell like a man that means business." Oh my, I was gonna lay the business down. You feel me? Man. Man. This one is amazing. This one has clary sage and sandalwood. People like to compare it to Baccarat Rouge 540. I'm gonna be honest with you, I get none of that. And to be honest with you, I know this might upset a lot of people, but I'm not a Baccarat Rouge fan. I know a lot of people, I love Baccarat Rouge 540. It's just not my taste. I don't get that. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate. Oh, you don't like Baccarat Rouge 540? Listen to me. It's cool, but it's just not my favorite scent. You know, I actually had the bottle. I sold it. I had both the Baccarat Rouge regular and the Baccarat Rouge Excrete. This one is sharp. It's nice. It's really like a businessman. It really makes you smell like a businessman. Man, this is dope. Clive Christian, Town and Country. But if you're like me and you're not too big of a fan on Baccarat Rouge and you're looking for something that's amazing, that resembles a little bit of the DNA, but does its own thing, I present to you Kajal Lamar. This one I love. And yes, it does have a slight reminiscence of Baccarat Rouge, but it goes in a totally different direction. And this one, when you first smell it, you're gonna smell pineapple and you're gonna smell that apple. It's like an apple and pineapple note that's in it. And then as it starts to dry down, upon the base, you start to get a little bit of that rose. And when I tell you they do it in such a magical way, man, it's like it's a bright, uplifting scent. This is a dope fragrance for Valentine's Day. If you want to surprise your man with a fragrance, have him smelling like a king, that Kajal Lamar. And not only that, this one is probably the most affordable one on the list of all the fragrances that we're going over today. I think it is. But Kajal Lamar, and you can get it from one of the discounter sites like Joma Shop, Max Aroma, Kajal Lamar. All right, y'all, and my last one. And I really hate to do it because for years, this was my signature scent. This was all I wore. And I didn't start to dislike the fragrance, but I started to dislike the fact that like everybody started wearing the fragrance and I like to be a little different. And I still run back to it every now and then. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of people, oh, why does everyone keep on reviewing this fragrance? I know, trust me, but I gotta be honest with you. This one will get you compliments. It's probably one of my most complimented fragrances. I've had a woman, I remember I was walking with my wife and the lady said, oh, excuse me, can I please ask your husband what he got on? And I was like, sure, you know, she asked me what I got on and I told her what it is. And she said, he smells so amazing. I have to get that for my husband. But she interrupted me in front with my wife and it was so funny, like we laughed about it. But this is a fragrance it doesn't lose. In fact, I've been somewhere and a guy saw me and said, man, what do you have on? And I told him what I had on. He had on the same thing, but it just smelled different on me, I guess, than it did on him. And we laughed about it. Last Valentine's Day gift idea, Creed Aventus. I know. Wait before y'all get mad. I know y'all tired of hearing about Creed Aventus, but it's still a king in many people's eyes. Look at this. You see this? I'm almost at the point where I need a new bottle. This has been my signature for years. And in fact, this actually got me to start my cologne collection, to start building it more and more because I wanted to start using this one less and less because a bottle of Creed is like, what, $450 or something like that for this bottle. And yeah, man, I mean, it is worth it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. The newer formulations of this is not as smokier as the older formulations. With this, you get your pineapple, you get your black currant. The dry down is amazing. It may not last you, for me, for Creed, I get about 4 to 6 hours. So if I put it on at 8 o'clock when I go to work, around 12 o'clock, it starts to kind of fade away a little bit. And around 2, it's pretty much a skin scent. So I wish the longevity was a little longer, but if you get an atomizer, hey, you're good. But again, Creed Aventus, this is my final fragrance that I recommend for Valentine's Day that are niche fragrances. Again, these are like 200 and up. I'm gonna do another video that has designer fragrances that I recommend. Y'all stay tuned. My first video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon.